Wouldn't you like to fly in my beautiful balloon? It is Friday. Happy Friday. November 29th of 2024, 2:26 in the p.m. The day after Thanksgiving. And let's say it together. Praise our precious Heavenly Father, from whom all blessings flow. Welcome to French Shot Pearson and the program of French Shot Blue. You guys remember that song back in the day? What was it, Fifth Dimension? Oh yeah, gotta decode that one day. Wouldn't you like to fly in my beautiful balloon? Well, people, those were the days when things were so mild and sunny and, as they said back in the day, groovy. It was groovy. Well, you know, I'm gonna be blunt. Just because Donald J. Trump won the presidency, you cannot afford to put your guard down. Should I say it again? How about if I say it in part? You cannot afford to put your guard down. You see, the Biden administration has some tricks up their sleeve. Over the weekend, when Kamala Harris was out there looking all tipsy and Joe Biden was running around to the fire department, and Trump was at Mar-a-Lago with Sylvester Stallone and Elon Musk, and a lot of us were sitting back watching football, relaxing, right? Getting our gobble on. The Biden administration was doing something, I would say, chicanic, that is tricky. And it has started from the day that Joe Biden raised his hand and put his other hand on that Bible. And in my humble opinion, he swore a bold-faced lie. You hear me? January 20th, 2021, in my humble opinion, the President of the United States, Joseph Robinette Biden, he told a fib, he swore a fib that he would protect us from all harm, hurt, and danger, domestic and foreign. I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you allow people to come over illegally without checks and balances, that's a violation of the law. Our Supreme Court, in conjunction with our Congress, of executive, legislative, and judicial, and our president and vice president, Speaker of the House, nobody had the balls. The Bible does talk about that. They would change times and seasons. I would say that would mean the laws as well. So where are we? Well, I'm going to show you two videos from a year ago in relation to Air-Marshals and how a certain person and other folks have been fighting the Biden administration as they have laxed in the duty of the Air-Marshal. I'm going to show you the Air-Marshal and how the current administration has laxed their responsibility. Can you believe a lot of them are on the border, checking in migrants, passing out water, and passing out sandwiches? Did you hear me? I was shocked. I was researching something and one thing led to another, so I had to go back before I go forward. So I want to show you a redacted video which talks about Air-Marshals from 9 months ago. And then I want to segue into this video a year ago. And this lady here, who has since then become a whistleblower and who left, Sonia Labasco, Air Marshal Flight for Immigration. She's been trying to tell the people about it, telling Congress about it, and telling Senor Mayorkas about it, getting no traction. So hold on to your hat, your toupee. Don't, I promise, please, don't throw the coffee mug through the TV once you watch this report, because it will blow your mind. In other words, act right. You got relatives over this weekend, right? So check it out.
Off of airplanes and repositioning them at our U.S. border. Our next guest is Sonia Labasco, a former U.S. Air Marshal supervisor who has been blowing the whistle on what is happening here and has been grouped together with a number of other Air Marshals across the United States in 20 field offices.
So we heard that's what she does, and I want you to listen to what she is saying about the current administration and what they aren't or are doing.
Now you've noticed something along with other Air Marshals, that instead of policing our skies, making sure that Americans are safe on the skies, what did you start to notice among the Air Marshals in the United States? What was happening?
Well, there were two things. I mean, one was our mission. We weren't recognizing the mission that we had prior to the Biden administration taking office. I mean, Air Marshals used to be deployed on missions looking for someone trying to thwart a hijacking. Now we're either on the southern border, handing out sandwiches, or driving migrants to the airport to get on planes that we're not on, that TSA created a special line for those migrants who aren't even identified to get on a plane that the Air Marshals will not be on.
You want to hear that again? I know it's mind-blowing. It blew my mind.
Recognizing the mission that we had prior to the Biden administration taking office. I mean, Air Marshals used to be deployed on missions looking for someone trying to thwart a hijacking. Now we're either on the southern border, handing out sandwiches, or driving migrants to the airport to get on planes that we're not on, that TSA created a special line for those migrants who aren't even identified to get on a plane that the Air Marshals will not be on.
Glorified babysitters, glorified taxi drivers, glorified, hi, may I help you? What kind of sandwich do you want today? Are you kidding me? How come this didn't come up in any of the debates? Whether it was Joe Biden on June 27th or Donald Trump and what's her name? Just ridiculous. This should make you sizzling. But again, you got relatives over, behave. People, these are Air Marshals, something that was put in place under the JFK administration because he felt the need of it. And if it's not my understanding from the research that I've done, we used to have them on just about every plane. Now it's just special planes in relation to some mess that happened back in 2021, read between the lines. Other than that, only less than, let me see that. I got this statistic. As of July 17, 2024, Air Marshals don't protect every flight in the U.S. It's less than 5% of the flights have Air Marshals on board. Less than 5%. That's crazy. So you hailing for a taxi, and it just might be an Air Marshal. Hey, look, I'm gonna keep it real. This is where our tax money, what an insult. This is where our tax money is going, people. I gotta get down and ugly with this thing. Now here she is, a year ago, TSA, 30 million Americans to fly for Thanksgiving. And this is timely because this is last year she spoke. She's trying to be a whistleblower to tell people what's going on. But again, Congress and Biden administration not listening.
Everything that's going on in Israel. Give us an update on the situation with Air Marshals. Are they still getting sent down to the southern border?
Carly, nothing has changed since we've been fighting this for almost 2 years. The Air Marshals are still down on the border. We are not flying right now. We just received an email last week that the resources are depleted as far as our flying Air Marshals. So we are ushering in illegal immigrants on the border and leaving the traveling public unsafe.
So who has the power to change this and get those Air Marshals back on the planes where they belong?
Well, that's going to be DHS Secretary Mayorkas and TSA Administrator David Pekoski, which we have emailed, we have sent letters, we are working with Congress, we're working with Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee. Senator Cruz recently sent out a letter requesting information on why are we diverting our only resource to secure our aviation and sending them down on the border. And remember, the only thing we're doing on the border is passing out water. We're not doing law enforcement duties.
Yeah, you're doing these.
I told you, I got to get hot and heavy. This is a year ago. And it's still going on. I just wanted to show you the history. Thanksgiving. Thank you, Biden. And you would think, again, should I show you the picture? Maybe somebody in your family can go down and create a 8x10 picture of Joe Biden so you can look at it as he's being sworn in. Okay? and if your dog is a Republican, he might eat it. So look. I just want you to look at it, because we need to look at how this happened. Matter of fact, get a picture of Mayorkas and Biden and ask yourself, do you ever want this kind of administration to happen again in America? Because the level of disrespect, the measure of how far they go, is as far as east from west and north is from south. If you don't think that this country is being gradually transformed so that it can bend its knees and then socially, economically, will get hit upside the head, and that beacon of hope, that Statue of Liberty, she just falls into that water and drowns. If you don't think that's what the goal is, I suggest you think again. This is, who in their right mind would allow something like, but I ain't done. Oh, I'm not even done. Watch this here. This just came out today. This is the video that started it all. This came out 4 hours ago. Migrants using Biden administration forms to fly commercial. Migrants using Biden administration forms to fly. They're flying, y'all. They're flying. Oh, check it out.
Your ID and you go through TSA, but migrants don't have to show any ID, and in many cases they are waiting in special lines. So this holiday season, while you're getting to the airport early to beat that holiday rush, migrants, on the other hand, according to a new DHS Inspector General report, reveals they don't have to show any ID, passport. Instead, they can simply use the CBP One app as their documentation. They can even choose whether to allow officers to take their picture. The CBP One app, used by tens of thousands of migrants each month to seek asylum, has faced its share of criticism. The app relies on migrants to self-report their personal information, and earlier this year, the Biden administration even had to briefly pause its own program after fraud concerns. The Inspector General report states, quote, if CBP and ICE continue to allow non-citizens whose identities immigration officers cannot confirm to enter the country, they may inadvertently increase national security risks.
You think? So ICE is going through hell? The Border Patrol is going through hell? The only one getting a reprieve is the Air-Marshals. They're passing out water and sandwiches and being a taxi. Of course I'm being sarcastic, facetious, but can you imagine any other nation getting this loose? And you got self-check-in like you at a Walmart or something? You got a handheld device, your phone, which I'm sure we bought, And you doing a self check-in, and then I guess what, months later, oh, there's fraud. People. Oh, this. Pinch me. I cannot believe what I stumbled upon today. How in the world? How is this justifiable? You give somebody a handheld device now. Imagine that. You don't know who they are. You don't know, and when you listen to the report, and I will put this one in the description. They don't know if these people, they don't know if they've done any crimes. And there are a lot of things that when they're asked questions, they don't have to answer them. Just waltz, come on in. This is last minute check-in, 5 minutes to 12 before Trump gets up in there. The ultimate disrespect. And all you folks who are so sympathetic about immigration, if we get through another 3 years, we'll be lucky. Because a lot of y'all gonna be looking real stupid. Real stupid. Because you allowed yourself to be conditioned based on what you felt in relation to a party, as opposed to being a United States citizen, going by your laws. There's a reason why the founding fathers put laws in place to protect you, your domain, your habitat. Now you are letting any and everybody in just because you see a few babies and some mothers without children or with children or whatever. That's what they sold you on. A pimp gonna show a prostitute any little thing. But he ain't gonna tell her she might get whacked every now and then or cut up or shot. Let's proceed. Here's another one. Just came out 6 days ago. The Biden administration has reportedly tested a new app that lets migrants check in with ICE remotely. Now, both of those plans, the one I just showed you, it's going on. This is going on, and December is the big kickoff. And then what I just read to you, it's part of it too. December's the kickoff. That's right.
Is quietly loosening immigration policies before Trump takes office. This according to the New York Post. It reports the administration is testing a new app that will allow illegal migrants to bypass in-person check-ins at their local ICE office. Jeff Paul is live with more. It sounds like they're just giving Donald Trump one more thing to undo.
Well, John, we do know the Biden administration has been testing this new immigration and customs app, and the idea is to streamline the check-in process for migrants, allow them to use their phones or computers to touch base with immigration officials while they wait for their date in court, instead of appearing for those check-ins in person. Now, a source tells Fox News ICE has been using the app already in a couple of cities, but according to the New York Post, it's going to be launched officially next month in New York City. The field office there reportedly has been overwhelmed, fully booked with appointments for a year. Our sources tell us that's really the push to get this back.
Yes. On every program that I researched this morning, they're already backlogged into next year, next fall, in processing these illegals. So I guess this is a quicker way. I guess they justify it, right? Now, who do you say? The Washington Post? Washington Post illegal check-in. Right? Let's look this up. How Biden officials aim to use a mobile app to cut illegal. Yeah. Here's one for June. You can save time at the airport with this free app. I'm gonna run that bad boy. I want y'all to hear this thing. This is just absolutely crazy. So yeah, self-serve, right? Here we go. Let's see what we got here.
It feels like it should be illegal. You're going to think this can't be right. I cannot possibly be cutting the entire line.
You're good to go. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Hello from the Washington Post. Today I'm going to tell you about the fastest way to get through customs and immigration after an international flight. It's called mobile passport control, and here's how it works. After you've landed from an international flight, you have multiple ways of going through customs and immigration. There's the general line, which takes the longest and has the most people. There are lines for diplomats and crew member, as well as global entry. Then there's mobile passport control, a completely free app to use that you can download even after you've landed from your trip. It is so much faster, it is completely free to use, and it is totally easy. Why aren't more people using this? I have no idea. That's why I'm telling you about it. For more travel tips, go to WashingtonPost.com/travel.
Oh, I know it. She had to be acting sarcastic.
The Biden administration is quietly rushing to implement new policies, loosening restrictions on migrants who entered the U.S. illegally, reportedly attempting to counter President-elect Donald Trump's proposed immigration crackdowns and mass deportations. Sources told the Post that New York City will be the epicenter of these changes. Among the initiatives is the rollout of an ICE portal app in early December. This app will allow migrants to bypass in-person check-ins at local ICE offices, a move Homeland Security sources criticized as making it easier for migrants to evade authorities due to the app's glitches and unreliability. Notably, the app doesn't check for past arrests or outstanding warrants as the in-person system does, raising...
Did you hear that? Notably, the app doesn't check for past arrests. Look at that. Or outstanding warrants as the in-person system does. People, we've been taken over. We have been taken over. We've been taken over, y'all. You can't even sugarcoat this thing. And again, act like an American citizen. Stop following the party. That's why I told y'all a year ago, you got to put salvation on the ballot. We have been taken over. I feel like I'm reporting on a movie I just watched. You feel me? I got my Milk Duds, my Raisinets, my popcorn, I got my pop. And I'm reading this here. Unbelievable.
warrants as the in-person system does, raising concerns about its effectiveness. The first wave of the program is expected to enroll up to 100,000 migrants. Other last-minute initiatives include allowing migrants to contest government orders for electronic tracking while awaiting immigration appointments.
Did you hear that? Other last-minute initiatives include allowing migrants to contest government orders for electronic tracking. Because right now, a lot of them got those ankle bracelets. 3 blocks from my house, there's a migrant place. Over 1,500 people up in there. A lot of them got ankle bracelets on. It's crazy, y'all. Matter of fact, let me pull up a picture. This is, hopefully I still got that picture. I had a few of them, to be honest with you. Can you believe what you're seeing, people? I just want to take advantage of this time right now because I want you guys to see your new country and what Donald Trump has inherited, that the international order has put in front of us so they can justify bringing in a one world system. Because you know, this system here that is being implemented in secret, you might as well say it's in secret, it's going to take us down. I'm a realist. It's going to take us down eventually, because that's the goal. That's the goal. Experts warn that rolling back such policies might not be straightforward for Trump. You think? As procedural hurdles and legal challenges could delay changes. You think? Former acting Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Mark Morgan called these moves the opposite of a peaceful transition. Hot dog of power, accusing the Biden administration of creating roadblocks for the incoming administration. And that's an understatement. Look at this here, what it's currently costing us. An average ankle bracelet is between $175 to $200. The average court-ordered ankle bracelet, okay? That's what we got going on now. So the good thing about the new program, hey, if it passes, looks like it's already passed, we can cut the cost on that, right? Brother, like I said, people, we're going to get 75% of what we want. They're going to get 25% of what they want. Then they're going to unalive him, and all hell going to break loose in America. But fear not, it's going to be a fake one. It's not going to be the real Trump. I'm Friendship Pearson. God bless you and God bless America, what's left of it. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Don't forget to go to my new channel. I know I haven't posted on there. I've been, I guess, depressed, whatever it is. I've just been busy. But I have my book on Amazon Books. It's called Protect the Gift. Or just type in Friendship Pearson. When you go to my site, whether it's Friendship's Gift or Friendship Blue, just click on there. You can purchase my book on Amazon Books. Again, Friendship Pearson or Protect the Gift on Amazon. Beautiful poetry, buy one for you and or your family. God bless you. And again, I'll see you soon. God bless America and the world.